When I was very small, in my pram, I was not aware of anything other than what was. Later I knew it as the sunlight, the holding of the sheets, the space of the backyard, and for that moment an absence of hunger and pain. Just the isness of my first year of life in the fresh English morning. I was not aware of happiness, and later, if it was, it would vanish once it was recognized. That's the nature of things. As soon as they're known, their directness goes. A tea worm, shaped like two TYs joined together, with a high whistling sound as it loped on one leg across the yard onto my pram. No fear. Then there was my mother saying, "Ugh, dirty," and whipping the offending object of pleasure out of my mouth. A vivid memory of something that stood for female intrusion and organising of my life. Going to school age 4 and wondering why all the kids were crying. They knew their mother would come back surely. A dream of a magical power animal, a fox, a helper, a crafty shapeshifter, and memories of throwing up into a bed, into my pillow, as I caught scarlet fever and then whooping cough in quick succession shifted my shape entirely. Somewhere here there is a memory so devastating my soul died repeatedly at this point. The memory is so hidden, to face it directly would probably kill me. So now, only the memory traces of a repeated neglect by someone absent, to leave me to die, perhaps at the bottom of the garden, while the hungry crying went on, and the conversation with the neighbour on and on and on and on. Not just once, but enough times to make me withdraw permanently. This unacceptable intrusion into their world. Generations of starving performers, a multi-generational neglect of failing mothers, failing fathers, teachers who cannot teach on this barren soil. There is something that has turned my bottom half to stone, has petrified me, when I couldn't run away. This is the missing part, the hole in my soul, and so dreadful no one must ever see it. The cutting off of my basic support, that even age 52 I can't properly stand psychologically on my own 2 feet, and now physically on my own 2 feet. Very similar to my mother's phobias, which were many, due to this lack of basic attention in her own first few years. And she ended in a wheelchair too. No coincidence. She spent a lifetime singing on the amateur stage, trying to regain some acceptance for her needy child within. In 15 years of professional performance myself, I've had only one peak performance where the feeling was expanded to 9 seconds of an outer body ecstasy in the bass solo at the end of the Berg Violin Concerto. 9 seconds in 25 years of being bound to a huge lump of wood. Prometheus? And it's still going on. Now there are things I enjoy less than others. A Spinal Tap, for example. Failing to be a musician, But this knowing of life creates a texture. Now I can no longer draw, I can no longer play the bass, I can no longer write. Not too bad. So far, there is nothing I would refuse, except perhaps looking more intensely at that hidden memory. It's not that I'm Cat Penegati. I wouldn't say I'm in Guantanamo Bay territory yet. But even if I was, what can be done to avoid it? Life is multi-textured, n'est-ce pas?